Gun safety is a very important topic, and we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the 4 universal safety rules, which are: number 1, always make sure that the gun's unloaded. Secondly, the keeping your finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. Third, whatever you point that gun at, you're willing to destroy, and being sure of your target and what's beyond it. So first of all, to make sure that your gun is indeed clear and unloaded before when you first pick it up, the only way that you can know that for a fact is for you to verify for yourself that it's cleared. With the revolver, that's a very easy process. We're simply going to push forward on this cylinder release latch, let the cylinder drop out, and make sure that there's no ammo in any of the chambers. On a semi-automatic, it becomes a little more complex. So the first thing we're going to do on a semi-automatic is we're going to drop the magazine, and then we're going to lock the slide to the rear by pushing up on the slide lock as we bring the slide back. Once the slide's locked back to the rear, then we're going to look inside the chamber, look and feel, and make sure, I don't say look for brass, look for a hole. Make sure you can see a hole there. And once you see that hole, you know that it's cleared. So that first safety rule is to treat all guns as though they are loaded until you yourself know for a fact that they're not loaded. Secondly, we're going to keep our finger off the trigger until we're ready to shoot. So when you grip a gun, you want to grip it up high just like this and keep that trigger finger up high and out of that trigger guard. Don't do this because that could very easily turn to this. Keep that trigger up high and out of that trigger guard until you make the decision to shoot. Rule number 3 is make sure that never point the muzzle at anything that you're not willing to destroy. You can't take that bullet back when it leaves that muzzle. So keep the gun pointed in a generally safe direction. You most certainly wouldn't want to point it at someone else or at yourself. So point it sideways or down or in the air, but keep it pointed in a generally safe direction. And then the last firearm safety rule is know what your target is and what's beyond it. When you're shooting, make sure that you have a good backstop behind your target. Don't just hang a target up at the edge of a wood line and start shooting. Make sure you have some type of backstop that's going to absorb that bullet as it goes through the target. That's the 4 universal safety rules. Again, number 1, make sure that the gun's unloaded, it's cleared before you use it. Secondly, keep your finger off the trigger till you're ready to shoot. Thirdly, make sure never point your gun at anything you're not willing to destroy. And then lastly, make sure that you know what your target and what's beyond.